let me tell y'all about it. This time I took gummies, bro. It's like my first time taking gummies. So me and my friend, we went to the store to go grab the gummies. We was going to eat some gummies to watch like a 4D movie, and we thought it would be like fun and shit. So we get the gummies. Next thing you know, we come back home. You know, we're just chilling. Come together, we like take a gummy. Like they take one gummy, and then I take another. So they got one gummy, I got one gummy, and then I'm like over here like tripping. I'm not tripping out, but like in my head, I'm like, let me get more or something. So I asked him, I'm like, let me get like a couple more. These are good. And I was like saying that. So I ate 2 more gummies. So now in total, I got 3. My friend still has 1. I don't know. I thought like I could like handle it or something. Like in the past, like I smoked before, like, you know. So I thought like, oh, I can handle more. And so I had 3 in my system. Then, you know, like 30 minutes later, bro, we're just like chilling and laughing. And then like 30 minutes later, they're knocked out. They're like about to sleep or something on the bed. And I'm like in my chair just like chilling. We was watching a movie or something like right here. I was about to like look up something. Next thing you know, I'm like in my head's like tricking me and shit. We was like laughing and stuff. And then while we was laughing and stuff, I didn't like in my head, I did not want to like laugh like fully. I didn't want to laugh like forever. And I was like thinking, oh, I got hold in my laugh. I don't know. And then I felt like, oh, it would cause me pain or something if I hold it in for too long. So I just kept holding it in still. What happened next is like my brother came. He had to like get the key. So I like walk out and I tried to give him the key the first time, but I like failed 3 times trying to give him the key. So I like the first time I tried to give him the key, I still had like some stuff on it that I needed. So then I'm at the door, I was about to hand it down, look at it. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta take this off. So I go back and I like take it off. And then I give him the key eventually. And then he's like, looks at me, he's like, this guy's geeked or something. And then he leaves. And then that like got to my head. I'm like I was thinking like, oh, I can't be noticed that I'm geeked or something. And then like my head just started going crazy, thinking thoughts. And then I come back to the computer and I'm like on the computer. I think I was like recording or something. My friend, like they're asleep right there. I end up recording and then like all of a sudden I'm like thinking in my head like this. I'm like doing this, thinking. And then something happens, like I woke them up. It was all a blur. I don't remember that part. Like, all right, they said I woke them up, and then like they see me like doing this or something, walking around. I'm like standing up. I'm like doing this, walking around like that. But I'm standing. I'm not bent over like that. But I'm not actually standing up like normal. I'm just doing that and like walking around thinking. And they said I think they said I was like saying stuff crazy. This is like the part I remember now, like a little more into detail. So like they see that, and then I'm like thinking in my head crazy thoughts, like stuff from the past, like abilities I have or something. And I start thinking like everything that happens next, like I would know. I would think in my head, oh, I'm gonna do this next. Like I wouldn't say it out loud, but it was just in my head, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen next. And then like that happens. I'm in that cycle now where I start thinking I know what's next and whatnot. This is the crazy part. So like in my head, I'm thinking I know the future or something. I could see the future of what happened next from like my perspective of like the things I do. So then in my head, I think like I know everything that will happen next or something. So then that sticks in my head. They saw me going crazy or something. I think they were trying to talk to me or something. And I was just like saying stuff. That's the part I don't know what I was saying. But they said I was saying stuff. So then they're on the phone with the 911 operator, tell them like where we was and stuff. So my friend goes like out the front door to like look at the apartment we're in, and then boom, I like freaking bust out the door, bro. Like I run, like I'm running fast too, like through it before, like while they're on the phone and stuff, I'm like moving fast, like crazy abilities, bro. Like, you know, like in a game, you could like move fast, like they're like stuff like that, bro. That's like what I was doing, bro. I was moving crazy fast, like this, you know, like them fast movements and stuff. But I was like on my feet, like running and like moving quick. So they opened the door to like look at the number, and then I bust out the door, bro. Like I like move and I like bust out the door, like jump. I'm like skipping a little bit too. And then cause I remember that. And then I go to the door, I'm like, boom, I like push, you know, the wall right here. But I like go out to the door and I like push to like make my stuff go a little faster. And I'm like running like fast a little bit. Like I'm in the terrace floor. So like I go out the door, I turn left, and then I like get into the grass and stuff. And then there's like this little hill. So I like go up there, and my friend comes out, and they're saying on the phone, they're like, oh, he's going crazy and stuff, saying crazy stuff. And I was saying crazy stuff. This is the part where I like know what I was saying. But I was saying crazy stuff like, oh, please don't do this. Cause like in my head, I was thinking of like scenarios that are like bad. It started off with like my mom, like someone's following my mom in a car. She was like in France or something. Like it looked like a French city or something. And then the next thought is like worse. So like there's a thought like that's a bad thought. And then the next one gets worse. And that happens like freaking 100 thoughts. And then the next one, it gets worse than that one, and it just repeats, and it keeps going to worse and worse and worse and worse thought. And then I think of crazy stuff like killing. I start thinking like, oh, I can fly, like float up in the air and go fast and shit. So it's like killing. And then I start thinking of like, oh, abilities, like I can fly, I can do crazy stuff. And I start thinking of, like destroying the world, like stuff like that. And then that's where it got to in my head. That's the worst it got to in my head. Destroying the planet Earth or something, bro. And then my friend, like they're crying. And then I look at them in this position. I'm in like a seated position like this. Like I'm sitting on the ground, butt on the ground. And I'm like sitting like this, grabbing their leg. And that's when it like gets out of me a little bit. I start thinking a little bit normal, but I'm still like in a phase where I think I'm stuck. Because like in my head, over time after that, like I thought I would be like in this mindset forever or something. And I thought I would have to go to like a insane asylum, just live there for the rest of my life. So what happens next? Firefighters came and the police came. I would think of scenarios like, oh, maybe he thinks I'm inching a little too close to like grab his gun, and then he may probably shoot me because of that. I was thinking of like, suspicious activities or something, like I'm being too suspicious about something. So anyways, we tell him, like, he asked us what we took and whatnot. We tell him. They get into the police car because I say I'm not good now. They take me into the ambulance. Once I get into the ambulance, like it kicks it again. Like I start freaking thinking crazy thoughts. I start moving crazy. They got me strapped and I start moving crazy. And I start thinking I can do like freaking, I don't know if you play Destiny, but there's like the freaking Titan Smash or something where he like jumps in the sky. I'll put like a video up here of like what it is. I think I can do that like type of ability like right then and there. So I like start like trying it. I feel like if I do this movement, it will happen or something. Like it was crazy, bro. So I like start doing that, and then they got me strapped, and then they finally give me a shot, and then I finally calm down. And then we get to the hospital. I'm calmed down and stuff. I finally get out of it, but I'm still like a little sick. So like I start thinking like stuff is true that people say. So once we leave the hospital and get dismissed, they call like a lift to come pick us up. They start, and like in my head, I think like stuff that my friend is saying will become true. So like they were saying if I'm okay, and then they saying, do I need to throw up? They kept saying that to me too. They kept saying, do I need to throw up? And so what happened was we get into the lift. Luckily I ain't throw up, I don't think. And then we get into the lift, we come back home. The next day, I'm okay now. Like I'm not going crazy. And the next day we go to like get food from a grocery store, and they keep saying, am I okay? Do I need to throw up? And they kept on saying, do I need to throw up, bro? I ain't eat nothing yet. So we wake up, I ain't eat nothing. I probably just drank water. They gave me water to drink. We go to the store, but right when we enter the store, they said, do I need to throw up? Go throw up real quick. And then, bro, I throw up water right there. I throw up water because they kept on saying that. So I'm like, oh, maybe I do need to throw up. So I just threw up water. I ain't have nothing in my system. I ain't throw up nothing but water. That was crazy. That's crazy how the mind works. So anyways, then we go out. We had to leave the store, go to a different store. They leave me in the car this time while they get the food and like snacks and whatever. And then we go back home. But in my head, like over the past couple of days and stuff, I keep thinking of like, will I become that again? Will I go crazy again like that? And it kept sticking in my head. And I thought like there'd be times in like where I was working out at the gym, I remember, oh, it's kicking in now. But luckily that nothing happened. I didn't go crazy. That's the story about the first time I took gummies, bro. Yeah, I'm never doing that again. So yeah, if y'all like the video, hit that like button, subscribe. I got another story time I'm gonna tell about this like pyramid scheme. I got a good amount of video ideas coming up in the future for YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I'll be live streaming every day. I got a Twitch. I'll probably put the link in at the end of the video. It'll probably be in the description as well. Follow the Twitch. I'm gonna be live streaming. I do like IRL stuff. I play games, and I'm gonna have like a Discord. I got a Discord I'm making too. So y'all can join that. Y'all can come up with like ideas. We can come together, like be a family. Like that's what I'm hoping. Like for the Discord, I want like people that I can come together with. We be chill, be a little family and stuff. Keep growing that community. And y'all can send me like video ideas, live stream ideas, and crazy stuff. I'm gonna come up with crazy stuff for that y'all can do. That's going to end the video. I hope y'all enjoy. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.